Say, Chad, that beat all the way retarded.
Yes. Let's go. Yeah. Yo. Yeah, we back with another one, family. Make sure you like and share when you step in the building. Yeah. Okay. Yo, this is Mr. Trump Tactic Radio, live and direct. Good morning. Yeah, we in the building. Come on in. Yeah, we wartime ready. Just the Trump testing. Let's go. Yeah, we gonna hit you with that Pepe. We gonna hit you with that Pepe Dr. Light. Let's get it.
Dr. Light, well, Pepe Dr. Light, yeah, Pepe Dr. Light, well, Pepe Dr. Light, yeah, Pepe Dr. Light, well, Pepe Dr. Light, yeah. Mr. Trump-tastic, I'm preaching at your burial. Okay. John Wayne Dripper, but I feel like Wayne Perry, ho. Spin your ass around, see, saw them at the merry-go. Trips around the Atlas had me shining like the Christmas tree. Austin Power swag, Dr. Evil, I'm a mini-me, I'm crawling on your floor. Not me flexing like the centipede. 65 South, taking trips down to Tennessee. I feel like Jesus Christ, man. Mixed with John Kennedy. Shoot him through the drive-thru. Yeah, I can take his order. Alpha with the dog food. I cut it with that Richie Porter. Jason Tatum flow. Now we shoot him with the sidestep. Holy moly, donut shop. I whipped it with the Pyrex. Gripperoni swag. Santa surfing at the trap spot.
Okay.
With the hall. Combinations with the padlock. Orange man dripper. Now I'm standing at the podium. Jurassic Park 2. And I mix with Magadonian. My
Let's go.
Feeling salty, overdosing off the sodium. Diamonds are forever. Turn your bones into a tennis bracelet. Cranberry shot. Taking whiskey when I concentrate. Beat him like a slave. Then I charge him to the MasterCard. Masterpiece, mastermind. I'm looking for infatuation. Oh, I see it now. 33. He's a master mason. Everything's a secret. Swapping out your base reality. January 6th. Had me dripping like the majesty. My eyes closed shut. Had me speaking Japanese. I feel like Stevie Wonder when I'm going on my blind date. Long, longer red. Same color as the MAGA hat. Mr. Trump-tastic. You know I love the smiling court. You made probation, but you still owe child support.
Yeah.
I hit him with my best virgin. Had to land my plane. Now I'm setting off your car alarm. Papa John's Pizza Gate. I'm chilly like the mozzarella.
Okay.
Dinosaur puppy, new species. I'm a mama down on me, boss up. Boom, walking on your papa's back.
Okay. That's enough. Yeah, we back in the building again, y'all. Sorry for the introduction. I had to wait till y'all tapped in, so we got everybody here. Comment section is open. Looks like something ain't adding up, fam. Something ain't adding up. Now, we all knew it was something fishy. But guess what? This is the one that was alleged behind that pipe bomb being at the what was that, a Democratic building in a garage somewhere. Allegedly, this is the Bull Dyke. Crazy, ain't it? Please, Chief. Sources say. Now let's get into some screen sharing. Let me get this off the screen. So this is her. These are her records. I don't know if we could blow that up or not. Might have to do it like this. It's some crazy shit, y'all. Might have to do it like this. Use of force report. Date of incident. What the hell? We just doing an investigation. This is the manifesto. So she was there the whole time, y'all. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up right quick. I wonder if she was hearing this scene. They set a lot of people up this day, especially your boy Ray Epps. Ray Epps had a lot of people going in these tunnels because allegedly there are secret tunnels underneath the Capitol. I don't know if y'all heard about that or not, but that's on another episode. But we have to see if she's in this video right here.
Hey, get her some help!
I don't know if she was throwing the pipe bombs or what. But it was in that Democratic parking garage. That's where she planted it at. So she trending right now. And believe me, there's gonna be a lot of pipe bombs planted, especially in New York. Ma'am Dondi said he go tax white people. So if you in New York, hey, you better move the hell out, and be honest with you. Everybody's leaving New York because of pipe bombers. Now, and a possibility of a threat. Now, let's get into high threats alert in New York City. Let me pull this up. I don't want to do it like that. Hold on. Yeah, that's crazy, y'all. This winter is gonna be very cold. And I bet you those food bank lines are gonna be very long this winter. Very long. Okay, this is the January 6th pipe bomber. Identity recovered. Let's go. Because everybody talking about this right now. We got to comb over these trending topics. Okay? But guess who gets on MSNBC? This guy. And talk about January 6th. Al Sharpton. Talk about January 6th all day. But the thing is, he got a little boy body. He got the body of an adolescent, y'all. January 6th. But are they going to talk about this? Really? Are they? I don't know. Probably not. They probably just go comb over it like they always do. When they get caught red-handed, they just comb over everything.
Patriots, brace yourselves because the January 6th pipe bomb story just detonated again tonight. The internet is on fire with verified posts claiming Capitol Police officer Shawnee Kirkhoff as the potential bomber caught on the FBI's own surveillance footage. She walked away from the Capitol Police just 6 months after J6, then slipped quietly into a 3-letter intelligence agency.
You recently met with Capitol Police.
Correct.
today.
And what did you learn in that meeting?
I learned that backpack guy, January 6th backpack guy, not to be confused with January 5th backpack person. The backpack guy was a non-uniform, plainclothes police officer in the employ of the Capitol Hill Police.
From the front and from behind, their mannerisms, how they carry the backpack, even swing their arms. Military intelligence sources tell me that someone's gait can be as unique as a fingerprint and may lead to more tips. The FBI reward has stood at $100,000, and based on my reporting, the identification of this suspect is a Tier 1 priority for federal investigators. It is the missing link in the timeline leading up to the riots. The FBI says the pipe bombs were planted on the evening of the 5th, and the devices were not discovered until the following day as the riots unfolded.
And look, that's her. Same build. Same phenotype. Same phenotype, y'all. Bro, they always got to get a transformer to do this shit. That's crazy. And I bet you she hate Trump too. I bet you she hate Republicans. You gotta be a bold person to do some shit like this. You know what I'm saying? The wrong person tipped her off. I told you they was gonna sacrifice the freaks, and they was gonna sacrifice the African Americans. Yeah, they on the chopping block, man. They don't care about these freakazoids and blacks. That they on the bottom of the totem pole. As of right now, they was on the top of the pyramid, but these people had a great fall, like Humpty Dumpty. Now, hold on. See, she gonna be charged. Man, this about 100 years in the feds. It's about 100 years in the feds. And we still gotta go over this because there are some new revelations going on. Yeah, there's some new revelations going on. Yeah, some say this shit don't add up. I told you, Tyler Robinson, he might get off scot-free. Something don't add up. The defense attorney says the Tyler Robinson case in full oddities. This whole case is unorthodox, y'all. What they say on redacted? We'll get over it. We'll go back to that. But I kind of wanted to do a separate episode, but yeah, let's bring that back, fam. Thanks for being here. Comment section wide open. Yeah, and we, like I said, when we pulled up that manifesto report, we needed to know her chain of command. The chain of command was Nancy Pelosi, if I'm not mistaken. Nancy Pelosi, she called off the National Guard. And guess what? I believe this actually happened on January 5th. No, it didn't happen on January. It happened on January 6th. Was it? It must have been the night before. Because we was at the National Plaza. Was this the night before? I think it might have been the night before. Or it might have been right after. I'm not sure, but I left early. I went to January 6th and I said, man, something don't seem right. So I left early. But after I left, I seen all kind of, chaos, havoc. I got my black ass up out of there. But it either happened on the night of January 6th or the night of, because as you can see, it happened that night. And Jan 6 was during the daytime, so that's weird. That is weird. And there go Ray Epps' black ass. I mean, he was handing out all kind of shit. Some say he was handing out flyers and he was on a big ass megaphone. I seen his ass too. I said, "Who is that?" He looked out of place. Like a lot of people did not look like Trump supporters. I'll tell you that much. A lot of people did not look like Trump supporters. Boy, I don't know, is she a man or what? I wonder if she's in jail. If we still got some more. Did Cat Turd post this? She said, that's Laura Logan. Laura Logan, she said, let's pull up her tweet. She said, as I said from day one, Jan 6 was an op against the American people by this nation's domestic enemies, traitors who had to cover up a stolen, you know what? Yeah, they did all that. They already said it was like 120 agents. Liz Cheney predicted. So she predicted it. So she chain of command. She needed to be investigated too. Chain of command. Something was supposed to blow up in one of them parking garages. It was either in the Democratic parking garage or the Republican parking garage. And then Dick Cheney just kicked the bucket. I think Dick Cheney just died too. It's a whole chain of events. Hold on. You ain't done yet. Hold on. Alleged January 6th pipe bomber. So, oh my God. Let's pull this up. They in trouble. You already know they fried. So, alleged January 6th pipe bomber, I guess she's right there. And the thing is, they was passing out flashbangs and shit. They was passing out pipe bombs on the protesters. So you had people on both sides. A lot of people came from California to participate in this shit too. There was one guy. I think his name is King. I think his name is King Ya. Yeah, King Ya. Yeah, some of y'all follow his ass on Facebook too. He came all the way from California to be in this mess, and he turned out not to be a Trump supporter. Yeah, he turned out not to be a Trump supporter, y'all. I said, wow. A lot of people are undercover, and I told y'all this a long time ago. I told you there's going to be a lot of pedophiles, a lot of weirdos, and a lot of degenerates to come in this community and stir the pot. So that's her. And it looked like her too. Little ass boy body build with the hoodie. That looked like a dyke right there. She'll do it. She'll do it. Hold on, we got some. Hold on, we ain't done yet because we ain't done yet. So they identified her. They identified the Fed. Fed was out there. Fed, Ray Epps. Here you go right here. Here you go right here. Ray Epps right here. Whisper, I told you he was handing out shit, whispering in people's ear. I made a song about this I made a song about him too. And you would, the thing is, you would never know if you wasn't paying attention. You would never know. And guess what? It's designed for you to be in the unknown. So everybody that went in there, they got charged. They got charged. And guess what? They dealing with all kind of stuff. But the thing is, Trump pardoned everybody. So did they throw a flag? Oh hell no. But I'm over here watching this game too. But yeah, hold on. We about to pull up something else too. Let's pull up this. Let's pull up this. There it is.
Starts with good information. When it comes to what your family eats,
And from my friends with access to apparently sharper footage and real experts have now delivered.
Hold on, let's slow this down. So we don't get. All right.
For the long damning and more believable update that the FBI never could bring to us. 5 years. The FBI, in their own backyard for that matter, couldn't even give us a clue. Not a clue. Now we get more than clues from somebody outside the FBI, but people with knowledge of what happens on the inside of the FBI. Blaze Media's investigation centered around some old-fashioned detective work, upgraded with modern technology. Yeah, they used gait analysis with AI being infused in it to help figure it out. They put the infamous pipe bomber's walk, of course we know we have video of that, under the microscope using high-end software that matches joint flexion, speed, stride length, cadence, and a half dozen more movement markers. What'd they come up with? Well, former Capitol Police officer Shawnee Ray Kirkhoff came up as an insane 94 to 98% match.
Damn, so they got her shit matched to perfection. Something doesn't add up, y'all. Something does not add up. Now, why can I? Hold on, y'all. Damn, my damn computer froze up. No. Let's do this. Let's look at this. Okay, this is FBI releases footage. An unsolved case involving a pipe bomb. Nah, that was 10 months ago. Hold on, let's. U.S. Live. Obama in jail. Hold on, Obama's in jail. Let's see what she got to say.
Intelligence community assessment with high confidence as though it were fact. John Brennan, as CIA director, stated in a memo to his agency staff in December of 2016, saying, quote, "There is strong consensus among us on the scope, nature, and intent of Russian interference in our presidential election." This was reported by NBC News, confirming that Brennan, along with James Clapper and James Comey, agreed with the CIA's assessment that Russia intervened to help Trump win the presidency. As Obama's Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper was tasked with overseeing the creation of this assessment in January of 2017 by President Obama, and he expressed confidence in its findings. In a 2018 interview with the Harvard Gazette, he talked about how he provided Trump with the same classified assessment that President Obama received, which included the high confidence judgment that Putin directly ordered the hacking and election interference. Clapper then went on to add, I think they, the Russians, actually influenced the outcome. This is a brief summary of the details that you'll find within the House Majority Staff's report in their investigation into the Obama-directed January 2017 Intelligence Community Assessment that leads us to the very same conclusion that we announced in the release of our documents on Friday. The implications of this are far-reaching and have to do with the integrity of our democratic republic. It has to do with an outgoing president taking action to manufacture intelligence, to undermine and usurp the will of the American people in that election, and launch what would be a years-long coup against the incoming President of the United States, Donald Trump. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Tulsi. And we do want to take questions on this topic while the director has time for this topic. She will leave. I'm happy to take questions on other matters after that. But if anyone has questions for Director Gabbard, you're welcome to ask them. We'll start with our new media seat as always. Emily, go ahead.
Thank you. And Director Gabbard, this one is for you. Do you believe that any of this new information implicates former President Obama in criminal behavior?
We have referred and will continue to refer all of these documents to the Department of Justice and the FBI to investigate the criminal implications of this.
For even former President Obama?
Correct. The evidence that we have found and that we have.
In dreams, I walk with you.
Intelligence that confirm that fact.
Ed, go ahead.
Director Gabbard, thank you. So just to, two questions, but to begin on that. The president yesterday, you've inferred that the former president helped lead a coup. Based on what you now see, do you believe President Obama is guilty of treason?
I'm leaving the criminal charges to the Department of Justice. I am not an attorney, but as I've said previously, when you look at the intent behind creating a fake manufactured intelligence document that directly contradicts multiple assessments that were created by the intelligence community, the expressed intent and what followed afterward can only be described as a years-long coup and a treasonous conspiracy against the American people, our republic, and an attempt to undermine President Trump's administration.
The Senate Intelligence Committee spent several years looking into this and unanimously agreed in a bipartisan fashion, Secretary of State Rubio was a member of that committee, that there was no political interference. There was a years-long Justice Department investigation into this as well that also concluded no political interference. So help us from a 50,000-foot level explain, what do you now have that refutes those two
Sure.
conclusions?
I will encourage you, in my role as the Director of National Intelligence, my job, again, as I said when I came into this role, was to make sure that we are telling the truth to the American people and that we are ensuring that the intelligence community is not being politicized. So I'm not asking you to take my word for it. I'm asking you in the media to conduct honest journalism and the American people to see for yourself in the documents that we've released now, close to 200 pages, that point in multiple references, multiple examples, to include comments that have been made by senior intelligence professionals, who are some still working within these agencies today, that confirm the conclusions that we have drawn, that President Obama directed an intelligence community assessment to be created to further this contrived false narrative that ultimately led to a years-long coup to try to undermine President Trump's presidency.
And it's your belief
John,
that
go
those
ahead.
two previous investigations missed that or covered it up?
I'm telling you to look at the evidence. Look at the evidence and you will know the truth.
John.
Thanks, Caroline. Thanks, Director Gabbard. You declassified these documents, if I'm not mistaken, Friday of last week, correct?
We released them on Friday of last week, the first tranche, yes.
This isn't the first time that President Trump has been president of the United States. He was president from 2017 to 2021. Couldn't the prior DNI under President Trump have declassified these documents? And why didn't that DNI do that at that time?
I can't speak to what happened there. There were several DNIs under the first Trump administration. President Trump faced many challenges from those who were working in the government who sought to undermine his presidency. That's been clearly detailed. What I can speak to is the fact that this was one of the first things that we started to investigate here within this Trump administration and have released the results upon the conclusion of our investigation.
And then my second question has to do with what intelligence agencies around the world have said about Russia, that they have tried to influence elections in the United States, in France, in Germany, in the UK. Do you disagree?
Prosecuted ass.
That Russia is a bad actor as it relates to trying to influence elections?
I'll point back to the intelligence that President Trump has ordered declassified, that we have declassified and released, that the intelligence reflects Russia's motives were to try to sow discord and chaos within the U.S. election, which is a clear distinction from showing a preference for or against.
Fuck yeah!